Hey everyone, me again. I'm about to take you on a rare tour during the day of my Halloween display. So, Diva and I are going to take you around the place and point different things out to you, and hopefully you'll have a thrill and a fright. So here we are at the creepy lamppost, and we're just about to make our way to the kitchen. Okay, so now I'm going to switch modes just a moment. So let's start with Freddy over here. Picked him at a Home Depot a few years back.
Help! Set me free! Someone help! Run! Wait! Where are you going? You can't just leave me here! Run!
So this year we have Freddy tangled up in the spider web in the purple mesh as the guests or clients walk in to the spider web ridden, diamond encrusted, themed display this year. So over here we have one of our Christmas elves turned into a little trick-or-treater with the necklace that I got from the dentist a few weeks back, bedazzled with stick-on gemstones, and her little pail for trick-or-treating. And over here we have the creepiest doll I could find. Her name is Lily. She's from Germany, and she is a fetish doll for men circa 1955-ish. And here we have the drugs for the ghouls when they drop by, and the creepy flowers. So the eyes. Da, 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 da. And here we have a tray of delicious treats with juices. Well, they're not juices, they're like stones made to look like bubbly beverages. And here we have our Bride of Frankenstein. Totally bedazzled this year with junk I've picked up over the years for pennies here and there. The ring I got at the dentist a few times back with things glued onto it, and of course her engagement ring to Frankenstein. And here's one of her victims. Some ghoul she dragged out of somewhere at some point, displaying her Sarah Coventry jewels. And here we have the poor misbegotten Barbie that had a terrible demise at the hands of the beguiling Bride of Frankenstein, who's had eyelashes added and creepy eyeballs glued in. She's wearing the 1980s Marla Bucks costume jewelry and some of my mother's old stuff. And oh, of course, she's a collector of heads, so she's had a run-in with G.I. Joe and one of his girlfriends, so they're no longer living. And here we have another sparkly spider in another web. And there we have a less sparkly spider in another web. And here's the stool I sit on occasionally, decked out with skull kerchiefs. And here are some more of my Christmas elves turned into trick-or-treaters. There we are. These are all going to end up on the front lawn or on the front porch on Halloween night, depending on the weather. There's some lights. And the wonderful skull candle holder I got at the Factory Outlet Mall that crashed when I got it home, so it's already been repaired to make it look even more authentically creepy. And here we have one of Diva's toys that I borrowed. So we've got a little cute little mouse coming out of the vase there, because some ladies don't like mice. And over here we have a very funny little witchy birdie thing that again I got at the Factory Outlet. And some spooky party hats. And some creepy wiggly worms. And some dinosaurs that were part of this goopy stuff that I got to make those pumpkins over there look creepier. And of course we have the spider red lipstick that I've had for like several decades now. I've had to glue on a different spider because the old rubbery one fell off many years ago. And of course we have the spiders climbing up the creepy webbish stuff. And more snakes and worms over top of pterodactyl eggs. And we follow all the way up the tiger, whatever fluffy stuff to this creepy mask I have at the top of my usually more tasteful display. And now we're going to make our way into the parlor area. So in case you can't see, there are ghosts projected onto the wall. I put that light on outside in the evenings as a big build up towards trick-or-treat night. And in the salon over here we have another trick-or-treater, former elf, with his little pal there, some kind of a skunky thing with a little pumpkin there. Oh, I forgot to turn on some pumpkins. Anyhow, here we have our buddy. I bedazzled his eye sockets and his nostrils. He's having a little bit of a drip there of diamonds. Lord knows what that was. Might have been sniffing too much of something. And over here we have a ghost in one of the plants. And I've turned my giant sock monkey into a pirate. So he's just, relaxing over here with his friend Ren, who can't wait to get out there. He's abandoned Stimpy. And here we have some ghoulish eyes again in another plant. And over here we have the creepy French farmer woman with the strange eyes. And I've got these things over here. And I deliberately have the candles on an angle to look creepier. And I've just got some lights in those mugs to make the creepy faces look creepier. And here's the farm lady's boyfriend with equally creepy eyes now. And now we can go out to the front hallway. Oh yes, the creepy downstairs basement with the flying bat. So there you go, and of course several birds, and of course the Bodega Bay chandelier, inspired by Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. I've got several crows in there. I would have liked to have gotten more, but you gotta stop spending at some point. So over here we have the big fortune teller room that the kids will see when I open up the door for their treat giving. So we have, you've seen this, the guest that was going to be coming to dinner. He or she is wearing the cape that I found at Dollarama that I plan on wearing trick-or-treat night because the kids won't see it anyway from the front door. And of course, what's Halloween night without a cape? So over here we have the skeleton made out of a bag of bones that I bought again at Home Depot a number of years ago. I guess it's a she. She's been out for a pedicure and a manicure. Unfortunately, she died because she smoked. So we've got fake smoke coming up there with some of that spider web making stuff. And then of course I've got my creepy lamp and the black light up there to make all the spider webbing come out a little bit more, to make it pop. And I'm sorry, excuse me a moment, I forgot to turn on one of my more favorite candles over here. There, it's the special trick-or-treat one that changes colors. There, so here we have a special drink for guests. It's got some very special ingredients, including an eyeball and some feathers and someone's old teeth. And we can call that a chunk of salt in there, or whatever you want to call that. So here we have some fabulous jewels. She must have been a very wealthy fortune teller. And of course she likes a nice bubbly drink too, and she's got her stash of cocaine in the background over there. Okay, so I've bedazzled this lamp with like this creepy bedazzling spider and some stones from an old chandelier and a glow-in-the-dark spider in the background that pops out more at night. There we are, and of course the skeleton crow up there. My bird is missing here. She's one of my favorites just because she's so simply creepy. There we are, a little tiny witch there, and a rat that was able to climb up the door, and his girlfriend down below there, wondering where the hell he is again. And so here we have my drawer of creepiness. Candles come on at night at 6 o'clock, they're timed. And over here we have the skull with the funny eyes, and a lamp, and a snake, and a sparkly spider on the lamp. with like this crystal skull. And I guess this is the skeleton of a rat. A very like rich rat with jewels who's carrying a spider. And up here we have a crow and a funny little creepy cat figurine and a rat in the basket the figurine is supposed to be covering, and of course this pirate sword wound up here. Oh, this is cool. So this is more for the guests. You've got a flashing, you know, kind of skull thing going on behind the door frame there, and a creepy hand. And it's framed with the spiders there. Kind of looks like a fortune teller machine gone amok. And of course when you walk in and you see the newel post here, there's a chain and a littler bird and some creepy eyeballs staring at you. There's a spider in there. And, oh yes, Freddy Dan. Oh, this is the other guy. Yeah. Let's call him Bruno. Bruno there greets the trick-or-treaters on Halloween night. And of course, there's my own hat that I had to bedazzle myself. It came with the skull and these bones and not much else, so I've added, there's a rat up there. Well, let me take it off to show you. Hold on. So here it is. It came with the creepy kind of clowny skull thing there with the gash in his forehead. I added the green thing on top. And the centipede and the mouse and the spider and the green snake, which is smaller than the spider. That's bizarre. Let's pretend it's a worm. And then I bedazzled it with green things around here. And so I plan to wear this Halloween evening with the cape and the Dracula glasses. So there you have it, my friends, my Halloween display. I'll finish off with the front porch, and I will likely be back with the evening edition. Until then, stay well and enjoy what I'm going to show you a little bit of the porch from the house side view. Thanks. Bye, everyone. There'll be flashing lights in there at night, the ones you saw behind the masks at the lamps. I don't know why this one has a bigger head than that one, but somebody at the store switched them out and I got ripped off on one of them. I love this. So they're going to see this in the dark. So I took a mask and I got a bunch of those cheap orange scarves, so it looks like a creepy thing there. And we've got this like little ornament there, kind of like a Halloween wreath. And a bodiless creepy vampire with a home Tony and a spider barrette. And over here we have another creepy hand coming out of the grave. And this light shoots kind of like lightning bolts at night, and I've added these plastic fences to make it look kind of like a creepy guard on my normally nice lion here. And that's it. So just wait for the evening one and it'll come soon. Bye everybody.